Well, hey fans, welcome back to the most anticipated top 10 list of the year. That's right, it is Harrison's most anticipated features of 2025. And first, I'd like to thank you guys for being patient with me. I'm sorry that this video is late. I am aware that it is February, but just like last year, sickness got into the house at the end of last month. I got the flu, the whole family pretty much got the flu, and it pushed like a lot of my reviews and my videos back. But now I'm here recording my, most anticipated features of 2025. Luckily, I haven't seen any of them yet, so I'm just going to jump right into the list. And these aren't in any particular order, so it's not like most anticipated to least most anticipated. I'm just going to read off my top 10. So number 10, The Accountant 2. So The Accountant is one of my most favorite movies of all time, one of Ben Affleck's best movies. I remember the first time I saw it with my wife in the theaters. We actually went to a screening. It looked fun from the trailers. I thought it was going to be enjoyable. And as we were leaving, we were both like, wow, that was my good. And my wife was like, we're going to buy that on Blu-ray, right? And I was like, yes, we are. And they're making a sequel. Most of the cast is coming back. I'm excited to see where they take the story. And I do hear that they're actually trying to have this one go into a third film. So excited to see what they do there. Number 9, Superman. I am super excited to see what James Gunn does with Superman. That first trailer does look good. Nicholas Hoult is Lex Luthor. I feel like he's going to be the standout of the movie and steal the show. I want to see just how he decides to tell the story, how it differentiates itself from Man of Steel. We already know it's a fully developed world going into it. There's already a bunch of heroes already doing the jobs. You got Supergirl coming out next year. You got Lanterns. Peacemaker Season 2 is being folded into this universe as well. They've already admitted that Suicide Squad is also mostly canon. So this is kind of going off of what the DCEU was. It's just a different continuity. So some things are the same, but most of it is different. So ready to see what happens. So David Corenswet as well. I like his Superman look. I like the costume. It is like a little padded, kind of like a Guardians of the Galaxy type suit, but that's different, and I like different. I want to see different. I want to see what it is moving forward. Number 8, KarateKidLegends. I am a big fan of the original Karate Kid trilogy. I even like the next Karate Kid. Cobra Kai is a great series. It has jumped the shark, but I'm still watching. It is still fun to see, how this story progresses. And now we got KarateKidLegends coming out, and we really don't know what it's about. Based off of the trailer, it looks like, and the fun thing about this is that it combines the reboot with the original Karate Kid universe. So it's now all one timeline. So you got Mr. Han, who is meeting up with Daniel LaRusso, and it looks like he wants Daniel LaRusso to train his student, like his student is moving from China to America. And I have a theory that this kid might be related to Mr. Miyagi. We actually don't know. We don't know if this will cross over with Cobra Kai at all with any characters other than Daniel LaRusso. But it was a fun looking trailer, and I'm excited to see what this movie does. Number 7, TronAres. Tron Legacy is an underrated gem from the Disney banner. It is such a great movie. That sequel should have came out immediately. And I know they originally had a plan to bring back the son of the original villain from the very first Tron in the 80s. They had a deleted scene that they put out a couple of years later, and it was I was excited for the movie. Like I said, Tron Legacy was great, and we're finally getting TronAres. They still haven't released a trailer. They had some trailer at D23 last year or whatever. I saw the leaked version online. It looks very interesting. You got Jared Leto in it. He's a great actor. I know he's not a lot of people's favorite, but I really want to know if they're going to kind of incorporate Tron Legacy into TronAres. Are we going to get Olivia Wilde back, Garrett Hudlin? They already stated that Jeff Bridges is going to be back somehow, whether it's a flashback where he had a backup of himself in the grid. We will see. Can't wait for this movie. Number 6, Avatar: Fire and Ash. These Avatar movies are crazy. The fact that the first movie almost made $3 billion is wild. And 10 years later, he made The Way of Water, and it also broke $2 billion. I strongly feel that Avatar: Fire and Ash will also break $2 billion. And they mostly filmed this one when they filmed the last one, so it's going to be mostly profit anyway. So I think this one will break $2 billion. I'm not sure about 4, but I think all of these movies will be over $1.5 billion movies. Unless they just start getting awful, I don't see them going down. But they've released like a couple of images from it. It looks great. The technology is just beautiful. The Na'vi, like Pandora, looks like a real place. It looks like a place you can actually go. That's how much attention to detail James Cameron puts into these movies. I remember seeing the last one in IMAX. You can see the fingerprints on the Na'vi. It is crazy. I can't wait to see this movie in IMAX. This is one of those movies where I do not feel bad paying the $30 or whatever it is for an IMAX ticket, because it is worth it. It's a longer movie and it looks great. Number 5, Mickey 17. Mickey 17 looks to be a great movie. Robert Pattinson's doing some kind of weird, funny accent, and it's based off a book, and it's directed by Bong Joon-ho, who did Parasite, and just the plot of a guy who, like, basically he signs up to go die so they can print him a new body and he can do it all over again. He gets paid to do this. It just seems like a very interesting concept, and I want to see how it plays out. I haven't read the book. I should get the book. I think the book is like Mickey 7, and in this movie version they added like 10 more on top of it. So this just looks like an interesting movie that I really want to see. Number 4, MagazineDreams, Jonathan Majors. This movie was supposed to come out last fall, and it just got all these award from all the film festivals that it ran in. Like, he was poised to win an Academy Award for this role, on top of all the great stuff he was doing in other movies, the great stuff he was doing as Kang. Everybody was hedging on this just being the thing that launched him permanently into superstardom. But of course the case came and he lost a lot of work, and it's just awful. We all know how that went down. It shouldn't have gone down that way. This might be his ticket back if it is good as the trailer looks. I still think it'll take some time, but this will prove that, yeah, we all know he's still a good actor. He has not gotten in trouble or anything like that since. That secondary case got dismissed. He's getting married to Megan Good. So this should slowly, this should be the kicker to get him back, to close to where he was. And Michael B. Jordan shared the trailer. So Michael B. Jordan's still in his corner. Excited to see his performance in this film. Number 3, FantasticFour. FantasticFour First Steps. This is the first Fantastic Four movie we've had in, I think, 10 years. Marvel owns the rights now. They're doing a whole new thing with it. It's in the MCU, but it's actually going to be set on a separate world in a different universe timeline, or however they explain that. And we're not going to get an origin story. I think we're going to get flashbacks to like what happened, but pretty much in this universe, they're already established. They're going to fight Galactus. It's going to be a female version of the Silver Surfer. Can't wait to see. They had the first trailer just came out, and it looks good. The Thing's mouth to me didn't match up with the words he was saying, and I think that's personally because they don't want to reveal what he said actually in that scene. So they just, did some ADR over that, and that's fine. Everything else about it looks good. It looks to be enjoyable. We all know how this movie's going to end, with their world being destroyed, because they have to be brought over into, the 616 timeline somehow, and when everything's rebooted after Doomsday and Secret Wars. And yeah, we'll see how it does. I'm intrigued, I'll say that much. Number 2, Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts Asterix, I guess, is actually the title of the movie. I don't know what that means. Everybody wants to know what it means. It's going to have Sentry in it, who's basically Marvel's version of Superman, but has the power of like 10 million suns. It just looks interesting to me. I like the cast. I've watched all the shows, so I'm totally caught up on who all these characters are. It is weird that Abomination's not a member of the team, and I guess that's saved on VFX. It's basically everybody in this group is like a Captain America ripoff plus a Black Widow, and Ghost has the most different power set of all of them. So, but yeah, happy that she's back. Hannah John Kamen. Happy that all the cast back. I want to see how this moves the MCU forward. Is it really going to be Dark Avengers? Like, what is the asterisk for? What is this movie setting up? Now, personally, with me, I think they should have named this movie Black Widow and the Thunderbolts. It should have been a Black Widow sequel, because that's basically what it is. You're following Yelena Belova's character for most of it, it seems like. But it looks interesting. The trailer looks funny. Bucky's in it, and I can't wait to see what it does. Number 1, Captain America Brave New World. We got our first Black Captain American movie, and I'm excited to see it. I actually have a screening coming up here Tuesday. Can't wait to watch it. Now, this actually, in my opinion, should have been the second Black Captain America movie, because The Falcon and Winter Soldier is mostly a great show. I had a few problems with the way it ended in terms of like the villains, but I like the storyline. And me personally, I think that should have been cut down to like a 2.5-hour movie called Captain America Legacy, and it's kind of like a pseudo re-origin, because at the beginning of that series he gives up the shield and he ends up getting the shield back by the end. and becomes Captain America fully. They should have made that into a movie, but of course they were amping up Disney Plus, COVID, a lot of other extenuating circumstances that led to it being a show. And like I said, it's a good show. I bought it. It's in my collection, and I can't wait to see what happens with this movie. You got Red Hulk in it. You got the leader. Basically, it's a Hulk sequel almost. We haven't had an Incredible Hulk film in a while. But yeah, the thing about this movie is it's tracking okay. It's tracking like a good movie, but not like an MCU movie. And that's because they basically reshot the whole thing because whatever they had before just wasn't working. And they said, we're just going to make a new movie, because this movie was originally shot when Marvel was going through all that stuff with Bob Chapek, and they were pushing out as much content as they could. And Feige, once he got most of his power back, he's like, I'm not putting this out, reshoot it. I don't care if we lose money as long as we put out a good movie. And that seems to be the deal. So yeah, I just hope it's good. I hope it's good. They have that Eternals connection finally. I really like Anthony Mackie as the character, and I want it to be good. It doesn't need to be $1 billion movie or anything like that. It just needs to be good, and I think we will be okay. So yeah, that is my list. Most anticipated movies of 2025. Again, sorry I got it out to you late, but you know it is what it is. With sickness enters this house, things get pushed back. And when I finally do watch and review these movies, you can see them on the website, flipfrogllc.com/flixfrog. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Reddit. And please, pretty please, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. And until next year, I'll be seeing you.